Hello guys, this is the Twins of Destruction here with more Assassin's Creed news, but it is not Unity today. Part of it is Unity, but most of it is about a new game that was just announced today called Assassin's Creed Rogue, which will be released on November 11th for the Xbox 360 and the PS3. Let's get started in this.
Life's hardest choices are the ones that force you to question your own moral code. My choice has led me here, standing against those I once called brothers. History may brand me traitor, rebel, or renegade. But in the end, it doesn't matter how history remembers me. What matters is that I followed my own creed.
Assassin's Creed Rogue. Pre-order now to receive the Siege of Fort DeSalba mission and the Ultimate Hunter Pack. Pre-order now, available November 11th, exclusively on Xbox 360 and PlayStation 3.
He starts off by talking about moral code and choice, which is very convenient considering that it's called Rogue and that he is a Templar that was a former assassin. Then he talks about how the choices that he has made in life has made him put up arms against people that he once called brothers, which pretty much he's putting up arms against his former assassin brothers. And the last part of the trailer, he says that he doesn't care what history thinks of him. He doesn't care if he's a good guy, bad guy, or whatever. He just wants to follow his own creed. And then he kills the assassin after the assassin's pretty much begging for him to keep him alive. And as you can see, the assassin symbol is all broken in separate pieces because he used to be an assassin. And the Siege of Fort DeSalba and the Ultimate Hunter Pack, there are pre-order bonuses that you get from pre-ordering from some retailer, and available November 11th. The Fort DeSalba could be a reference to Robert DeSable, who was the main antagonist in Assassin's Creed 1, and the Ultimate Hunter Pack is obviously a reference to the fact that Shay is your character, and he is an assassin hunter. And so there is ships. Yes, ships where you can get sails with large Templar crosses on them. So you're pretty much
and the wheel.
Yeah, you and the wheel like in Assassin's Creed number 4, where you can like get different wheels and sails. But you're pretty much going to be flaunting your Templar colors. So he wants people to know he's a Templar.
Okay, first off, this is the front cover for the Gameinformer for the September edition. And by the way, all this information I'm taking from Gameinformer, so you can read it yourself or just listen to me. I take no credit in anything said in this video from here on out, because it is all from Gameinformer and screenshots and such. The article starts out by introducing your new protagonist, an assassin turned Templar. His name is Shay Patrick Cormac. He obviously is a naval captain. As you can see in the pre-order bonuses before, you can get like ship sails and wheels. And it probably will be expanded more upon by you can be able to buying like more wheels and sails in the game's Harbor Master, much like Assassin's Creed 4's. And it's going to be interesting to see all the options you can buy that a Templar would want to use as his sails or wheels. Some locations you can visit in the game when you're traveling across the Northern Atlantic, will be the Appalachian River Valley and reimagined New York City, which the last time we seen was in Assassin's Creed 3, but I'm guessing that the Animus power wasn't strong enough to remaster the whole thing, so I guess in Rogue we are going to be seeing a new and better New York City, which I am really interested to see. And here is a screenshot of what looks like to be New York City, and it looks, I can say, beautiful, with Shay climbing the building. In this next screenshot, we can prove to you that Shay is an assassin hunter. As you can see in this picture, Shay is in a stalemate, sword to sword with a man in a set of robes, and that set of robes happens to be another assassin. And as you can see right now, I zoomed in on the far right of the picture, and you can see there is a flag with the assassin insignia in it, with, it looks like a set of flames. Just like an Assassin's Creed Black Flag, where we see the assassin insignia with a skull inside of it, maybe there is separate dens with separate symbols, or different assassins with separate symbols, or something along those lines. But we don't know, because we don't know the true meaning of the new symbol, because whenever Assassin's Creed Black Flag was out, we knew that that symbol just meant for straight up pirates. So I guess we'll find out soon whenever more information is released. Now to get back to the topic of Shay fighting assassins. If any of you guys remember from Assassin's Creed 3, whenever you, as Connor, went around Boston, New York, and the frontier looking for Templar/British controlled forts and taking them out and pretty much getting the colonial army to take control of them, that I think is going to come into play here. You have to find assassin controlled areas and take them over. That's why I think there's an Assassin's Creed symbol there, like the assassin insignia hanging there, because that's going to show you that this is an assassin controlled territory. That's just my thoughts on that. If any of you have different thoughts or different ideas, you should tell me down in the comments, and I'll make sure to think about how I can conclude those into my theories. Another thing that Gameinformer has stated in their magazine is that this game, Assassin's Creed Rogue, will fill the gap between Assassin's Creed Black Flag and Assassin's Creed 3, taking place in 1758, so that it would be directly in the middle of a time period of 1776 in Assassin's Creed 3 and a time period of 1715 in Assassin's Creed Black Flag, which is a nice setting for me because I honestly liked colonial America and the Caribbean, in my opinion, with all the British and muskets and swords, and it was just a good feeling for me. And as you can also see in this Gameinformer title, I forgot to mention this before, I'm sorry, he has a gun, and in Assassin's Creed Black Flag Freedom Cry DLC, they actually gave your character Ottawale a gun, and he actually has it holstered on his back until you can actually pull it out and use it. So I think that is an awesome step up for weaponry in an Assassin's Creed game, to actually give your assassin a weapon instead of just giving a DLC character a weapon. The last thing that Gameinformer has stated in this online article is that the first thing is Shay will have tools to outsmart his assassin opponents, which means that pretty much he will be able to kill a master assassin or a bunch of assassins in one fight, which is a hard thing to do when you're fighting trained assassins. The next thing is that they said somehow this game will link to the Kenway saga, which is the trilogy of Connor Kenway, Edward Kenway, and Haytham Kenway. This game does take place at the same time of 1 year when Haytham was in the colonies. So I don't know if Haytham is gonna meet Shay or if Shay's going to see him, hear what he did, do something along those lines. But that would be interesting to find out. The last thing they said was that since this takes place during the 7 Years' War, which is almost directly before the war before the Revolutionary War in America, between the British and the French, and then the Native Americans helped out a little bit too. But that financially hurt France. And if any of you don't know, about maybe 20 years later, the French Revolution starts, which is when Assassin's Creed Unity takes place. So, Gameinformer said that Shay might have some ties with Assassin's Creed Unity and maybe some of its characters. I'm not sure about that last part, but you never know. This Gameinformer article also talked a little bit about Arno, and they released a part of a Gameinformer cover that will be released with the Assassin's Creed Rogue cover on the back of the magazine. They released some info, like most of you probably already know this, but he's on a quest of redemption. He was raised by Templars. He falls in love with a Templar. So pretty much that's why I said this, because this is a Templar-based video, so why not talk about more Templars? The one map on the right is from Assassin's Creed Unity, and the one map on the left is from modern-day France. Or Paris. Yeah, modern-day Paris. And that map on the right is a 1-to-1 scale to the one on the left, other than modern-day architecture. That is pretty amazing in my book, because they also said in the gameplay, whenever Alex Amancio was talking in the gameplay, that this will be a 1-to-1 scale to the real city. And I thought I'd just show you guys, if you guys didn't see before, that this picture was leaked from Access the Animus with the modern day map right next to it, and I thought that was pretty cool. Alright guys, I hope you stayed with us through all that information, because I know that was a lot, but it was a lot of good news that Gameinformer has leaked out to everybody. And yeah, that was pretty much it. Like, comment, and subscribe, and links to our Instagram and Twitter will be in our description below, so make sure to check those out. See you guys later. This is an update on the Arno Dorian cosplay. I know some of you have been asking, some of you might not even know what this message is about, but it is coming soon. Sorry for the delay. I'm bringing 2 videos instead of 1 this time, because I kind of jumped ahead, and that's kind of good because I'm ahead of everything, and I can give you guys 2 videos for the price of 1. Hope you guys enjoy. They're coming soon. We will link the Arno Dorian cosplay playlist in the description for you guys to check it out.